So what's up?
Just chilling, I guess. Feeling like a freak on a leash, as it goes sometimes.
That's how these movies get me
Yeah,
feeling.
that's how these movies get me feeling, for sure. I am thrilled with what we're going to be talking about today, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it, right? We were chatting before the recording, talking about Marvel TV show Loki. I asked you if it was good, and it sounded like you had some shit to say.
I so you may be surprised to find that I'm actually kind of enjoying it so
Okay.
far. I think it's better than I expected. I don't know if it's good, but I am liking it. Owen Wilson is very fun in it.
Uh-huh.
The Lady Loki that they cast does not look very much like Lady Loki to me.
Sure.
Like, have you seen her? Have you seen her?
She's like goth, right? Like in the comics, like,
Yeah,
black
but I'm
hair.
talking about, like, have you seen her in the show?
I saw a picture you linked in the Discord. I didn't really pay attention to it. Blonde. I know blonde.
Yeah,
That's it.
she's blonde. She looks like she dyes it. She like it's colored like she dyes
Uh
it.
huh.
I don't know. I think Lady Loki should look greasier.
Yeah, she looks just like a person, right? Like a real
Right.
person. And when I think
You
of
want to?
when I think
Would you like to have two?
when I think of Loki, I think of freaks with greasy black hair, which is not what's
Right.
happening here.
Right. She looks like she looks like she knows what a shower is.
Yeah, yeah. So I see it. I think I don't know.
Do you want something incredibly funny?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, so the thing is that, like, Loki keeps in the third. Sorry for this is third episode of Loki TV show spoilers, which will be like 5 days old by the time this episode's
It's
out.
the
So
summer of
whatever.
Loki.
Um, in the third episode, she's like, "Hey, don't call me Loki," and I was like, "Oh, transgender." But then she said that, "Oh yeah, also my name it's not Loki, it's Sylvie,"
Uh-huh.
and I fucking lost my goddamn mind. So rest in peace, friend of the show, Sylvie.
Yeah, I don't know how she'll feel about that one. Oh, goodness.
I think there's fun things. I like Tom Hiddleston. I have historically enjoyed the fun character of Loki.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy. He's
I'm glad people are
he,
liking this.
the thing that's really endearing me to him in this show is that, like, he kind of sucks.
Uh-huh.
Like not like he's not like bad. Like, I mean, he is like a villain, but like whatever. That's good in my opinion. But like he just kind of like sucks. Like, he's not good. He's not that great. Like, this is
I really
this is like a C tier kind of guy, and I love that.
I do like that. I feel like this would have done just absolute numbers back in like 2013, right? And like I'm
Yeah,
sure
post first Avengers. Yeah.
post first Avengers, right in the midst of the peak Tumblr fandom, like, oh my god, people would have lost their minds for this. And I'm sure there still is a little bit of that fandom out there, but
Oh no, there is a lot,
yeah,
a lot of
I
that
cannot
fandom still
imagine
out there.
what the current Tumblr Loki GIF situation is right now.
They did.
We're
They
at
did.
critical
They did.
mass, extremely high
They
levels.
there was a scene in the episode that just came out today in which Loki said, "Yes, I've had flings with boys and girls,"
Uh-huh.
and that's gonna be a gift that you're gonna have to see for a while.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they
So happy Pride.
happy
There-
Pride.
There's also a scene at the start of the episode where, like, girl Loki is invading someone's dreams,
Uh-huh.
and it's a woman whose dreams she's invading, and like she like reaches out, it looks like they're sitting across from each other at a restaurant on a date, and like girl Loki like reaches out and touches her hand to the other girls and like holds her hand and then says, "You know how long we've been best friends for, right?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marvel out here for Pride. Yum, yum, yum. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mr.
don't
Disney.
show.
Yeah. Thanks for the reference.
Don't show.
Yeah. Oh god.
Anyways, that's my in-depth review of TV show Marvel Loki.
Hell yeah. Do you wanna get started?
Yeah. fear baiting, everyone. It's your number one. What is it? What is it? Your number one this week? It's
number one. Don't open the door when someone tells you not to. Podcast.
Yeah, number one. Dead Dove Do Not Open podcast. I'm Sarah, and I'm joined this week by returning guest Ryan.
Hello, I'm here. We're here with a little teaser, you may say, a little bit of an appetizer for something coming later this year. Do you want to talk about that? Make that official?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you because by the end of this year, you will have set 2 fear baiting records, which is the guest with the least refractory period between appearances, because it's been like what?
It's been like 3 weeks, I think, like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, honestly. That, and also you will be the fear baiting guest with the most episodes in a year, and also possibly of all time, because I think like the other I mean, excluding Blair, I think the other high numbers are like Sylvie's been on a bunch, Brooks has been on a bunch, Seda has been on a ton.
Because by the end of this year, I'll have been on at least 6, assuming I'm not any after September.
Yeah, after September, you got to take a break.
Yeah, I gotta take a hiatus.
The thing is, honestly, after September, one of 2 things is gonna happen, which is you don't get to go on this podcast for a year, or I just offer you a permanent co-host.
Yeah, we'll see what shakes loose. I do have like actually good movies I would like to talk about on this podcast in the future, you know.
But unfortunately, Saw.
What did we watch
last time?
We watched Ghostwatch. We did Ghostwatch last time.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we are truly on 2 sides of a coin with these two. I love these movies. I love the Saw movies. I don't know that they're good, but boy howdy, I love to watch them. And this week, we are here talking about some people's favorite sequel, some people's least favorite sequel. Very mixed reception on this one. Folks, it's Saw 2, Saw Harder. And we're here.
Oh, Saw 2. Yeah. This movie really, like, defined what I didn't see this movie because I was terrified of all movies, but, like, from what I gathered in trailers, I thought that, like, I retroactively applied this to Saw 1, so when I found out later in life that Saw 1 did not have, like, intricate death traps and just had 2 guys in a bathroom for an extended period of time, I was really confused. Like, where did the traps come from then?
Yeah, this is...
Where did the fucking penis fly trap come from?
Yeah, so like
because it feels like immediately it takes a hard left from like and I don't want to sound like I'm saying that this is a bad thing or anything, because I genuinely quite enjoy some the wacky contraptions and death.
Totally, that's what's so
series.
Good about this franchise, and this movie is where they start building up to that.
Yeah, it's just like, where did you? I feel like the leap from Saw 1 to Saw 2 in terms of death trap level is a really big jump.
Yes.
The first there was like no mechanical engineering required in the first Saw movie. It was just 2 guys in a bathroom.
There was that, but Amanda's test is in the first Saw movie where she's in the reverse bear trap.
Oh, the reverse bear trap.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that.
And you see the like cutaways to the other traps, but the other traps in that one are like put man in box of barbed wire. Like really creative thinking from Jigsaw and cohorts on that one.
Yeah, they show that in one of the movies, don't they? Him throwing that guy in the box of barbed wire.
Yeah, there's a flashback in one of the later films to them constructing this trap. So that gives you a really good idea of where this franchise is going to go, because
God,
2, I think, just off the table, is probably the least interesting of these movies. It's like eating our vegetables before dessert, right? Because when you hit Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5, and Saw 6, these movies just get nutty. It is I don't know
wild.
Anything
about... I do not know anything about any of the Saw movies past this point, except for... Well, no, I know a couple of things, which is that at some point someone starts making inescapable traps, like there's like a fucked up like key in a vat of acid one.
Yes, that's a plot point.
That's Saw 3?
That's Saw 3, yeah.
Okay, that's all I know about that one.
And
that's about... I know about the shotgun carousel in Saw
6. Yes, Saw 6. Yes. The one everyone likes. I think last time I was on, I talked a little bit about my horror history. My Saw history is I binge watched them all this year, and I'm obsessed now. I am like obsessed with these movies, And 6 is my
Love that for
favorite.
you.
Yeah, 6 is my favorite. If anyone knows these movies, I really like how like cartoonish and Looney Tunes that movie gets at a certain point. I really like how it focuses entirely on the villains and stops trying to have like a sympathetic cop narrative, right? Which is probably
Right.
the worst thing about these movies is that they are very like cop focused, because they're one of those franchises that can't conceive of why anybody would investigate something if they weren't a cop. So you get a lot of, Seven ripoff police procedural style stuff in these films. A lot of just that kind of bullshit, but Saw 6 is where they're like, okay, fuck it, we're just talking about the bad guys and it's hilarious. Did you ever you were into Kingdom Hearts, right? Like
To an
generally?
extent, I played most of 1 and I played some of 2 and I played
Okay.
like half of I played half of 358 over 2 days.
Uh-huh.
But like I do not have an I do not I'm not conscious of the overarching narrative to a very large degree.
Sure. I was really into them when I was younger, and for me, I always loved reading like fan comics and fan fiction about the Organization 13 members and like what they would be doing behind the scenes. And Saw 6 is basically that as a movie, but about Jigsaw. So really,
Yeah, there's that post that's been going around from at Head Falls Off that
uh-huh.
of the fucking Organization 13 members
Oh, of the chairs.
adjusting the heights on their chairs
Yeah.
like they're in a fucking cubicle,
Uh,
like it's fucking Dilbert.
it's so funny. It's so funny. There is stuff that I think is
Oh my
like
god!
pretty
Someone
close to that level.
draw Mark. Someone should draw Mark as fucking Alice Dilbert. That would be like that'd be like a good 100 retweets. I think you get for free on that one.
Yeah, that's our stance on this podcast is the inevitable Dilbert Kingdom Hearts crossover event. Disney is gonna buy
Okay,
out
so-
Scott Adams and add Dilbert to Kingdom Hearts.
Honestly, his price is probably not that high.
Yeah, I don't know. That dude's a fucking
You could
freak.
probably like get Dilbert the franchise bundled in with like if you spend enough money at Scott Adams' garage sale, you could probably get the Dilbert license.
Yeah, you get the Dilbert license and the license to bring back the Dilburrito.
And the Dilbert animated TV show,
Yeah.
which I watched all of.
How can you go wrong? It's all in one package.
Yeah. I think I watched all that. I watched a lot of that
I
show.
am so unfamiliar with Dilbert, I'll be honest.
I was obsessed with Dilbert as a teenager. I didn't know what office life was like. I was like, ha ha ha, funny, intelligence, Big Bang.
Uh-huh, yeah. Dilbert really is the precursor to a lot of that kind of shit, huh?
Right. Much to think about. Anyways, so Saw 2 opens with a guy stuck in a Venus flytrap-esque contraption.
Yeah.
Like it's around his head. It's like a vertical Iron Maiden set up around his head. And Jigsaw comes on the camera and we see that gay little puppet.
Hell
and he
yeah.
says, I'd like to play a game.
I'd like to play a game. I'm Jigsaw. I'm here, and I'm going to roast the shit out of you for the next 2 minutes. You fuck, you absolute dumb bitch.
You dumb whore. I put a key in your eye. Fuck you.
Jigsaw literally comes on this TV, and he starts out, he says, hello, I'd like to play a game, and then he says, so far in what could loosely be called your life. Like, damn! Just coming for this guy's throat.
This guy, like, the thing is that, like, obviously snitches get stitches. Like, this guy
Sure.
is like a snitch to the cops, but, like, this feels like a weird thing for Jigsaw to come down on as a moral wrong requiring this level of punishment.
Exactly, right. Like, I feel like
this is not like fucking, I don't know, like, for some reason in my head I had it in my mind about these series that like all these guys kind of deserved it, like Gerard Butler, what was that movie he was in like the late 2000s? Law Abiding Citizen.
Sure. I don't know.
Like just in that one, how like everyone he exacts like his fucked up revenge against it's mostly justified, barring one or two exceptions. Like, you know, like he kills the guy who like murdered his daughter.
Yeah.
Like that one's like that, but like a snitch.
Yeah, well, the thing about Jigsaw is that he's like the Joker, and his moral code just kind of like fluctuates on whatever the story requires at any given point. But you know, he gets some personal revenge in these movies, like kind of Punisher style. But no, sometimes it's just like, yeah, you talk to the cops. Oh, you sold condos that were too expensive. Like, just it gets real wacky as we go. I would say like the whole thing about, remember in Saw Final Chapter, he only goes after this guy because the guy is selling like fake books about how he didn't do the Jigsaw experience, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you know,
like I mean that one's like that one is
like a
like
point
you
of
gotta protect
pride.
you gotta protect your name.
Yeah.
Like you gotta. But
no, he just does not care. It is like anyone.
what is the speaking of the final chapter? What is the reason that Jigsaw straps those two guys and that girl into that buzzsaw puzzle? Is it just because she was being unfaithful to them and making a love triangle?
Yeah, I think the implication was that she was cucking both of them. I think when you get down to it,
that's such a funny reason.
It is.
To kill
it's
someone.
So funny. The thing
not even as someone involved. Like if Jigsaw was the one who got cucked in that scenario, like that's an act of petty revenge. But like
no, he's just like
observing a cucking as a fourth party.
Yeah, he's kink shaming them on a grand scale in public. But I think it works because I think the entire point of Saw 3D, the final chapter, is about cucking and being cucked. Because if you remember the trial in that, he starts off and Jigsaw has put him in a literal cage, and then he's like, oh, okay, if you want to find your wife again, you have to do my trap. So really, really interesting material there. But yeah, Saw 2 starts out with I think it's a really blatant attempt to do like the reverse bear trap from the first movie, but I think it works because all the other traps in this movie are pretty fucking boring. So
yeah, there's nothing like us. This one's like the big like fucking splash in the pan, and then the rest of them are just like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, the first two in this movie I think are very funny. The first two being this one, and then the fucking door.
Oh, man, hand, hook, car, gun door. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that one's really funny.
But so this guy Michael is he's an informant for the cops, and Jigsaw comes up on the TV and is like, "Hello, Michael. I put a key in your eye. You need to."
He's like,
"You need to fucking do it. You're gonna cut your eye open, bitch.
It's gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be so twisted. You gotta get in there. It's the eye of the beholder. Do you get it, Michael? Do you get it?" Jigsaw's one of the funniest characters in horror fiction, like bar none. He is just a non-ending wellspring of comedy as these movies roll through.
This is why Jigsaw quotes is like the
funniest Twitter account ever made.
It's the only good successor to Joker's trick.
Let me tell you, once we finish watching these movies in September, go through that account again because those tweets are gonna hit so different. I promise you, it is so much funnier once you've seen these movies.
Is sexy Jigsaw going to be that much better when I
I don't know. John Kramer, I mean, I guess he's kind of a dilf, right? Like
I guess, but like the way that he talks is like, "Hello, Michael. I'm speaking directly into your ear right now."
Yeah.
My name's John.
It's
Hello, Michael.
I wish we could get voice filters on this podcast for that. That would be incredible. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's ever like a sexy Billy the Puppet at all in this. I think
that seems like a failure.
It is. At one point we see a prototype Billy and he looks like the dude from that Berries and Cream commercial that's still like a meme. Like he's got this like North Farquaad haircut. It's so good. It's so good. It's good.
Oh, that's a fucked up waveform. That is a fucked up waveform I just made there.
Yeah, these waveforms are looking pretty gnarly with the G.
Oh god, not even 20 minutes in and I'm already fucking full on hyena cackling.
It's good. This movie sucks ass to watch, but this franchise is so much fun to talk about. Like, I don't like this one, honestly, just right off the bat. This is my least favorite Saw movie. I think we'll get into it as we go, but the traps and stuff, you know, they ostensibly escalate the stuff that's in the first film in kind of a cool way, but it's just never really as thrilling or as engaging as you would hope it would be, right?
Yeah, right. Like the this movie kind of like, there's some of the traps in this movie just like have no build up. It feels like like we'll get to it later, but like the one where like the girl catches her hands in the razor blade box, is like, that feels like it just kind of happens out of nowhere because they're like, oh, we gotta squeeze this into the edit somewhere.
Yeah, totally. I think the thing with the razor blade traps is that they've said it was a trap meant for someone else, you know, so it's showing like, oh, they're all out of order in the house, but you know, it doesn't really matter. I think by a certain point in this franchise, they kind of embrace that the traps are what people want to see about these movies, and so they really spend a lot of time building up to them and like building anticipation in a way that is just not present in this movie at all, I would say. Like it all just kind of happens, you know?
Yeah. Boy does it fucking happen.
It happens.
So Michael gets Iron Maiden because he can't cut his eye open, and we spend like, it's fucking like, this camera just spins around him 12 times doing that, like, what is like the actual technical term for like that like, is it just high speed camera?
I don't know, where like the frame rate's accelerated, you know?
Yeah. And it kind of like, it's like the opposite of those TikToks that are framed at like half speed to give you the super fluid motion.
Yeah. It's still taking a lot of that like very 90s industrial like music video, you know, kind of those filmmaking cues from the first movie, and I think that's what these first few films are kind of known for.
Yeah. Anyways, he dies.
He does die. Yes.
We get our title card. Then we see Donnie Wahlberg, who is picking up his son from juvie high school.
Yeah.
I can't tell exactly what the building is that he's in.
Yeah, I don't know.
The guy he took, because like the like waiting room that Donnie's son is sitting in seems very like a principal's office.
Yeah.
But like, when Donnie walks in, he like presents his ID to like some security guard looking cop.
I don't know. Is that just what schools are like in Saw World? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Jigsaw's been reading fuck. God damn it! If I could have remembered who said school is a prison.
Oh,
that would
like
be really
Foucault or however his name is
Foucault.
pronounced.
Yes, God damn it! It's just slipped my mind.
Yeah, no, you know.
Jigsaw's been reading Foucault.
Yeah, he watched home movies where they're.
Well, I mean, I guess whoever wrote this movie has been reading Foucault, because Jigsaw did not write this movie.
I don't know. Jigsaw seems like the type, you know. He seems like he's reading a lot of philosophy. Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe that's the twist. Is that this is like a meta thing where Jigsaw has produced a series of films based on his life to make people more sympathetic to his cause. Who can say? That's like deep Saw theory.
Everything's a prison. So if I put you in a torture prison, well, the world is a prison also. That's double prison, which negates itself, and you're free.
That's literally that's literally the plot of this movie. That is what this movie is
double
about.
prison.
Yeah. He literally puts their ass in double jail. That's like what the trial of this movie is. It's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like, just conceptually, this movie is so absurd. I just wish it was more fun to watch, you know?
Yeah. Like, I'm having a blast talking about it, but during the movie, I was like, there's so long where no one's exploding in a shower of blood and gore.
You did a time check, and I said, oh, we still have about half an hour, and you sounded like you were going to die. This movie...
I was just like, I didn't understand how the movie was going to hold on for another hour.
Yeah, this movie is a fucking Saw trap. It really is.
Yeah. Fucking, so Donnie gets his son from juvie, and they have a fight, an argument, and Donnie's son is like, I'm just gonna go back to mom's house. Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah.
And Donnie's like, well, then get on out of here. Fuck you.
A lot of dysfunctional family storytelling in this movie. It does not make me feel bad for Donnie Wahlberg. It makes me feel bad for his son. I care way more about what's happening with this son than shithead, abusive cop dad Donnie Wahlberg, who...
And Donnie Wahlberg, the thing is that, like, Donnie Wahlberg looks like... He looks like wet Mark Wahlberg in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, he just looks like he looks like Mark Wahlberg just did the ALS challenge.
Yeah. He's like Mark Wahlberg was made out of clay and someone just got him a little bit damp and you know, just got in there a bit. But
Yeah.
he's you can see the resemblance a little bit. I think it's kind of there, but he's not quite what I would call a good performer. I'll say that much.
Yeah, he's yeah. Yeah. There's a really cool shot coming up where Donnie like wakes up and he gets a phone call and he's like, "What? Huh? Okay, I'm coming. I'll be right there." And he like walks out his shitty bedroom door.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just a cut to him walking into the crime scene.
Yeah,
it's a cool edit. I thought it was slick.
There's a lot of really genuinely cool transitions and edits in this franchise.
And it turns out that Donnie knew Mike the Rat because he was a common.
He was a cum?
He was a common. I was trying to say the word common and I stumbled over it a couple of times.
I'm sorry. I'm not. Go on, please go on.
He was a cum.
Yeah, he was a cum. I'm hearing more and more. Sawwikia.com. Michael the cum. Yeah, it's right there.
That was the first draft. That was the first draft of Mac the Knife. And Donnie gets mad because he's like, "Oh fuck, it's the Jigsaw guy again, huh? Why are you dragging me into this?" And then the lady on the scene who's like a character for this scene and this scene only, she like points at the ceiling and it says, "Look closer." It says like, "Look closer to Dr. Matthews."
Yeah, it's like written in blood or whatever. Well, not blood, but it's like red spray paint. So the lady who is in this, the lady cop who shows up in this, and then is with him in like the computer room and all that. I think she returns in Saw 3. I think she comes back. But
good for her.
Yeah. We get the thing where Jigsaw's done the very fucked up and rude thing of cutting a puzzle piece out of the victim's flesh, and Donnie Wahlberg is told to look closer. And I don't know what happens after that, but I do know there's a scene where Donnie Wahlberg is in his office and he's talking to his partner or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, between Jigsaw, my ex-wife, and my son, this is the worst day of my life."
From hell and general chump fuckery.
Donnie needy drinky. Donnie needy drinky. Yeah.
Like literally, it's literally that tweet, but just like with like 3 words changed.
It really is. It's pretty good. It's the fucking Jigsaw killer from hell. Unscrupulous, what is it? Unscrupulous, like uncromulent fuck nugget of a day or something like that.
It's here. I actually pulled the tweet up because I was going to recite it. But between Bernie, my ex-wife, the tenant from hell, and general chump fuckery, this has been a cromulent fuck crustable of a day. Tommy needy drinky.
Fucking worst. How do you write something like that as a human being and not realize what you're doing? Oh my god.
Chump fuckery and fuck crustable so close to each other just feels like a mistake of writing.
It's like a 1-2 punch. It really is. It hits you in the fucking gut.
The cromulent on top of everything else too is just delectable.
Cromulent, yeah. I feel like you can tell a lot about this person's life just from reading that tweet and the kind of shit they get up to, you know?
Yeah. Their tenant from hell probably just like smokes weed.
Yeah.
This hippy dippy tenant from hell. Sarah, you have smoked so much weed in your life, but now can you smoke your way out of this trap? You have 60 seconds to survive.
You.
I don't know what the trap is, but it's weed centric in some way, shape, or form.
You smoke so much weed. Can you clear this bowl before poison gas fills this room? Oh my god. Yeah, you get put in one of those.
Before you, there are 10 gravity bongs, and you have 10 minutes to clear them all before this room fills with poison.
Yeah, it's like one of those gas mask bong things. And Jigsaw's like, okay, if you can't clear this entire bowl in 60 seconds, I'm going to make this thing explode around your neck. I can't believe that wasn't a joke in one of the Scary Movies or something like that. Honest to God, that seems like such an easy dunk.
So they do some mild investigating. They're like, okay, it turns out Wilson Steel is the place we gotta be. So they all roll up on Wilson Steel and they like storm the building. And there's just like a 2-minute montage of these cops' ankles getting shattered.
Yeah,
and it's. The thing is that, like, I asked you going into this movie, hey, is there any leg injury?
And I was like, no, I don't think so. Like, I'm pretty sure it's fine.
The thing is that, like, this was graphic leg injury at like, the exact part of the body that I cannot handle to look at. But the thing is that, it was cops, and B, it was really funny, so I was able to knuckle through it.
The effects are like their legs bend backwards like they're goat people. Like, it's so extreme and absurd.
You say that, but like, have you seen the image of what my foot was like after I broke my...
No, but I'm good, honestly. I believe it.
Listen, the reverse goat foot is not as fanciful as you might think.
Sure, absolutely. But
it's still just like so funny to see these fucking burly fuck dudes in these cop gear, like, go, and then they just like step on the wrong stair.
Yep.
And it falls out from under them like Home Alone, and then like a fucking metal plate comes out and crushes their legs.
Yeah.
And they fall backwards, all on top of each other into like a pile.
It's like a Three
of
Stooges
cops.
bit. It really is.
It's literally like a Three Stooges bit. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's good. The little puppet rolls up right before it happens, and it's just watching them do this. And
right, it's like Dio at the top of the staircase staring down Pullman.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, you're coming closer. Oh,
you're approaching me.
So what happens after this? Where do we go from here?
They get Jigsaw. They catch Jigsaw. He dabs his mouth in a gay little way and says, very good job, detective. You've caught me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take a look in the room there. Check out those CCTVs. I've got your son. He's and a bunch of other people captured in a house. Sucks to be you. Sorry, detective. You have to sit here and talk to me now.
Yeah.
And that's really like Donnie Wahlberg stops really being relevant to the movie after that point for a little while, like, because this just becomes the framing device through which we see the murder house happening in. And it's boring.
It's pretty fucking boring is the thing. Like, I think this movie is so disappointing to me because I love these situations like this where it's it's like a Zero Escape or Danganronpa type thing where there's all these people in a house and they have all this stuff going on and they have to escape and there's a time limit and there's traps and they have to either trust or distrust each other, but Saw 2 just doesn't have, like, I think the narrative quality to make this as interesting as it should be, right? I am like, so much of the conflict in this murder house is that these people literally will not communicate with each other at all. Like, they're just constantly being like bullheaded and aggressive, and it just makes me tune out, right? Like, the narrative doesn't even try at all to make them work together to escape this.
This is one of those movies that I read the synopsis on Wikipedia a lot because I was too scared to watch it, but I was curious as to what happened.
Yeah, same here.
And every time I read the synopsis, I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense. If they, like, I'm sure that I'm just missing some context that's provided by actually watching the movie, but, like, these guys are just not working together on really obvious things. Like, this comes to a head at the end when, like, the fucking big burly meathead guy is, like, going around and killing everyone so that he can read the numbers on the back of their neck, instead of just asking them to turn around so that he can see the numbers on the back of their neck. And, like, this culminates in him cutting the own flesh off the back of his neck so that he can look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to ask anyone else to read him the numbers.
I mean, you could say this movie's about toxic masculinity, right? Like Xavier becomes the villain because he's toxic, and Donnie Wahlberg is toxic as well, obviously. You know,
I guess, but, like, I don't want to attribute that. I don't want to give that movie this movie that.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, you know, if you want to get academic about it, if you want to talk about, you know, the underlying narrative themes, I think that's one you could say. But on its face, it's just, like, stupid. It's poor writing that I know they have to squeeze all this shit into, like, a 90-minute time frame. You know, you got to cut some stuff out. You got to be efficient. But it just never works in a way that makes me care about the characters, right? Like, at least in the first Saw movie, even if they weren't, like, incredibly fleshed out as characters, the guys in the bathroom, they were interesting, right? And you wanted to know what happened with them. The only interesting person in this movie is Amanda, and that's because we saw her in the first one, right? So, you know.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add on this. I'm just looking back at my notes from something that I missed, which is that, like, They look at the CCTV footage in Jigsaw's house, and like Donnie is able to immediately identify like a 12 by 12 block of pixels as his son.
It's like a Bigfoot photo. He's like, "That's my son."
He's like so immediately certain that is 100%.
Yeah, the camera
son.
like zooms into it. It looks like a fucking Among Us character in the corner. It's just like 5 dots for a head and some legs. He's like, "That's my boy. That's my son." Oh god. Yeah, we get into the murder house and shit pretty much.
Michael, you spent so much of this past year being sus, but can you handle being sussed out yourself? You have 60 seconds.
This movie is kind of like Among Us when you think about it.
I think I've said that. I feel like I'm always saying that about every movie that
I mean, but this one is right. There's a whole bunch of people in a house and they're trying to escape.
Not
and it...
real. I as much as I do want to yes and to this, but when you take this to serious analysis, I have to know it, because there is no point at which the other people suspect that there is an imposter among them.
Very true.
Amanda is ultimately revealed to be on Jigsaw's team, but there is never any suspicion that they are the ones doing the bad, that she is involved in this bad stuff happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's like hints of it to the viewer, right, as you're watching it, because, you know, this is getting into territory for the film, because her and the kid are never like coughing up blood or anything like that, so it's obvious if you're paying attention that they haven't actually been poisoned at all. But yeah, they get into the house and shit pops off. And immediately we get man door, hand hook, car door, gun door going off right off the bat.
because this guy Gus is like they find like an envelope on the floor with a key in it that says "Don't use this on the front door," and then they're like, "Oh fuck that, we're gonna use this on the front door," and like they Jigsaw was really banking on someone pressing their eye to the peephole as they opened the lock, because what happens is Gus puts his eye up to the peephole and Xavier turns the key in the lock, and turning the key in the lock causes a gun to shoot through the peephole.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a gamble to take. Like, I feel like I normally I'm checking the peephole and then unlocking things, not the other way around.
Yeah, like if you just
not simultaneously either.
Yeah, if you just stood off to the side of the door and opened it, you know, no one would care. Like nothing would happen. And even if you were standing up, if you were off to the side, it would just like shoot past your shoulder, right? You know, it would miss. But I love this trap because it's one of like the most just stupid brilliant things in this whole franchise. Like, okay, I taped a gun to a door and it's gonna go off.
Yep. They Gus eats a bullet and he fucking explodes. After Gus's brain explodes, we pull out back to the framing device, and Jagsaw's like, "I want to talk to you alone, Donnie. If all you have to do is sit here and listen, talk and listen. That's all that you need, and then I will free your son.
You gotta listen to me, and I promise you, your son will be in a safe location. It's fine. Don't worry about it."
Your son will be in a safe and secure area. I promise.
It's so good. But yeah, Jigsaw's whole thing with this is like, Donnie Wahlberg, either sit down and just listen to me be the Joker about society for 90 minutes, or else your son's gonna die from the gas. And that's basically what he does for this movie. He just kind of goes back and forth with Jigsaw. Jigsaw acts smug, drinks water, eats cereal, and Donnie Wahlberg gets mad and storms around and all that kind of shit.
And gets revealed to be an extremely corrupt cop.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because I kind of just want to talk about the Hell House. Would you be okay with just like talking out the rest of this story?
Oh yeah, totally.
Until like they leave the Hell House.
Yeah.
Because what happens is like Jigsaw is like teasing him about his his repeated history of police brutality. And then it turns out that the connection that all the victims have in the house is that they were excluding Donnie's son.
Yeah.
All of the people in the house were framed for crimes that they may or may not have committed by Donald Wahlberg.
Yeah. So he sucks ass, and you know.
Yeah. So we go back into that plot does have a little bit more at the end, but we'll get back to that once we leave the Hell House. So we're back in the Hell House. And they find a corpse with a doll mask on it and a letter that says Obi pinned to the chest of it.
Yes.
Turns out one of the guys there is Obi, and the letter is like, "Hello, Obi. You are you are a bad man. You've done bad things. Fuck you. And then one of the prisoners is like, oh my god, I remember you're the one who kidnapped me, and I also remember you giving me a little kiss on the cheek after I was unconscious.
Yeah. Oh my god, do I know you from somewhere? Oh, I remember you were the guy. Yeah, the guy in the back of my car. Oh my god, how you been? It's been so long.
Hey, yo, it's been so long. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you look
God.
so good. Oh, that hoodie. Yeah.
Oh,
growing
looking fresh.
out the beard, I see. Damn, okay.
And then we learn Obi's name only to have him be killed 2 minutes later because there's some vaccines in the back of an oven, which when Obi grabs them, the oven shuts and starts lighting on fire, and he doesn't want to turn off the valve with his and burn his hands in the process, so he just kind of explodes and dies and does not get the vaccines out the glass window.
He does not know.
He dies with his ass half in the oven because he like breaks the glass window at the head of it and like manages to get the top half of his body out, but his hips are too dummy thick to squeeze out.
Yeah.
Obi's got too fat of a dumper.
Obi was a nasty little thought who died from making it clap in Jigsaw's murder house.
Oh my god.
Hello, Obi. You've always gone around telling everyone you've got the fattest dump truck in town. Well, now we'll see what happens when those cheeks are clapped. You'll find that I've implanted 2 micro explosives into your ass.
Obi, you must give yourself an ass reduction surgery if you want to survive.
You must cut off the extra part of your ass.
You must donate your ass to someone who needs that dumper more than you do.
You haven't appreciated your big dump truck ass.
You always took your dump truck ass for granted. Now you're gonna have to grant someone else your dump truck ass.
Oh god, September is just gonna be all a month of this. I really gotta work out my jigsaw between now and then because this is not cutting the mustard.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Oh my god, yeah. He gets stuck in the glass and he gets all fucked up and he can't crawl out and no one gets the juice. I don't remember what happens
Then
after
they
this.
return back to like the main room after that, right?
Yeah, I think they go.
Oh wait, sorry. Before Obi died, there was a fucking raw ass moment that Obi did that I wanted to touch
Oh
on.
yeah,
Which is,
yeah.
like,
Obi's great.
Xavier
Yeah.
pulls out this fucking like knife and is like presses it to Obi's neck. He's like, "You're gonna get the fucking vaccines in the back of the oven." And Obi like presses the knife further into his neck and draws it down a little bit and makes himself bleed. And he's like, If you're gonna press a knife to me, why won't you cut a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he's
Bitch.
he's a badass. He's
He's a badass.
Yeah. But they go back up to the top of the house, and I think we get like some more exposition between them here. I don't remember.
Yeah, this is where Amanda talks about how she passed his test but is back here.
Oh yeah.
And then Jonah,
I think Jonas.
yeah. Jonas jump scares them just by appearing. Like it's just a jump scare for the sake of a jump scare. Like literally they're just having a conversation and then like Jonas does not even like lay a hand on them and like surprise the characters diegetically. He just like walks into the screen.
He just
like,
walks
camera,
into
like,
the frame and there's
quickly.
like spooky psycho music that plays.
Right. Uh-oh, there is a man.
Yeah.
So they go back into the main room because they found another letter and they found another tape, and the tape is like,
Xavier, you spent your whole life dealing drugs and selling drugs to people. But now you have to deal with the drugs and get into this pit full of needles.
and then Xavier just picks up Amanda and throws her into the needle pit.
Yeah, this is I think the trap that most people remember from this movie, and it is like
Yeah, understandably so. It was upsetting to watch.
yeah, it's pretty gnarly, right? Like I definitely prefer the like the Willy Wonka Rube Goldberg type contraptions that the
Right,
series gets
right.
into, but in terms of just being like straight up nasty with it, this one is definitely fairly high ranking for the series.
Yeah, because Amanda just gets thrown into a pit of hypodermic needles, which is very funny to me that like Jigsaw engineered this trap specifically for Xavier, but did not like have any like fail safes to ensure that Xavier was the one who was on the receiving end of it.
Absolutely no quality control in this murder house.
Like, and admittedly, Xavier did pick up Amanda and throw her in, but like he also could have just like maneuvered. But even if he wasn't built like a fucking bodybuilder, he could have just maneuvered around somebody and like shoved them in from behind.
Yeah, totally. This is Jigsaw. Still movie 2. He's working out some kinks. He's never really done this.
I'm just imagining like John. What's his name?
John Kramer.
Tobias?
John Kramer.
John Kramer.
Yeah, John Tobias Kramer.
John Tobias is the fucking. That's the Mortal Kombat guy. God damn it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Ed Boon and John Tobias.
Hell yeah.
That's why you got Noob Saibot. It's their names backwards.
I did not know that. What do you know?
Yeah. Noob Saibot is Boon Tobias backwards.
Huh.
What was I just in the
needle pit. Amanda gets thrown in. She grabs the juice, and then she gets out, but there's like a door that locks because they didn't do it fast enough.
Right, and the thing is that like when they walk, I remember what I was saying before. I don't know what I was gonna say because like I'm imagining them like panning out to Jigsaw watching on the CCTVs what's happening and being like, no, goddamn it,
just him going like,
oh, why did I not think about that?
Just like making a note on like a notepad somewhere next time.
Right.
Yeah. We'll see him improve as these movies go. He gets the hang of it.
Yeah. So they get the key, but because Xavier drops the key when putting it into the lock, they do not actually unlock the door in time, which is so sad. And also, the thing is that like they just walked into this room and Jigsaw was like, if you don't get this key within 3 minutes, this door will close forever. And it's like, no, it doesn't look like a door outside. Like this does not look like a door that goes outside.
I wonder, right? Because it never comes up as to where the door goes. Maybe like the only bathroom in the murder house is behind that door, and they just got themselves locked out of it.
Now they have to go piss in the needle pit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm checking on the Saw wiki to see if it mentions theorizing on where this door goes. You can what do we how does this keep rolling out after the needle pit?
Well, I'm not totally sure what the next thing is because my next note is I really thought Xavier was gonna throw Amanda back in the needle pit as like a act of revenge. So my next note is if Amanda escapes the needle pit throw her back.com.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sad it didn't come to fruition.
No. Yeah, it does kind of seem like he's about to make a move to throw somebody else in. But it doesn't happen. She just kind of pulls the needles out. We get like big like red Suspiria blood coming out of her. So, which is I do like how exaggerated some of the blood is in these movies. I think it's in Saw 3D. All the blood is like Danganronpa pink for some reason, which I really love. But yeah. We're like 50 minutes into this episode. We should probably keep rolling on this movie.
Honestly, I very much enjoy these jumbo-sized spicy big episodes with you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll find out that the people in the house like all realize that they have been the cop who arrested them, like his son is in the room with them. They find out that Michael, it is Michael, right?
Yes, I think so. They have two characters in this movie named Michael, which is a huge mistake as far as I'm concerned. But I'm looking on the Saw wiki for confirmation. Michael
Daniel.
You're right.
Daniel Matthews. That's what I'm mixing up. So, what they find out is that Donnie Wahlberg is the guy who arrested all of them and made them go to jail. And also that Daniel is Donnie Wahlberg's son. And they're like, well, I'm not working with you anymore. Fuck you, piece of shit. And like, a couple of different things happen simultaneously, which is that like Addison, I think is her name, who we haven't mentioned before. She says, well, fuck you. Your dad put me in jail. I'm leaving this shit. And then she goes and puts her hands on the razor blade box. And also around this time, Xavier realizes that there are numbers on the back of everyone's necks, and instead of reading the numbers, he kills everyone to get them, because he's carrying like a spiked baseball bat, and like Jonas turns around and is like, I wonder where we should go next, and Xavier's like, wait, those numbers on the back of your neck, sick, I've got those memorized, and then just like fucking kills him with the spiked baseball bat.
Yeah, it's a little much. Xavier is just like a character who does not listen to other characters' dialogue or reason or sense or anything like that, and I think
right, I cannot wrap my head around I do not understand the motive, and I get it that this is me looking for meaning in a Saw movie. I know that I am fucking I know that I am fucking looking for I'm looking for meaning in alphabet soup here.
Sure.
But like the I just do not get the line of logic that says there are numbers on the back of everyone's neck that are containing the key to the safe. Therefore, I should murder all of them.
Well, it's about the society. We don't trust each other and we turn against each other instead of working together.
Right, but like, there's not even a trust mechanic there. Like, there's no like when I going back to the Wikipedia thing that I mentioned earlier. Like, when I would read this on the Wikipedia, I was like, oh, okay, he doesn't trust anyone. Like, when I read that he cuts off the skin on the back of his neck to get his own number, I thought that it was like he's being such a big piece of shit that no one else would tell him what the number on the back of his neck was.
Yeah.
But like, that doesn't even come up. Like, he's not even like, hey, tell me what the number is. And they're like, no, fuck you. You just killed these people. Like, he just does it without asking someone else to tell him.
Yeah, he's just, he's aggressive and, fucked up. Whoa. And I think that's kind of why I don't like this movie very much, is that so much of this conflict is predated on one guy who just does not seem to care. So,
Yeah. Xavier gets the numbers from everyone and then chases Amanda and Daniel, who have found a secret passageway to the bathroom from the first movie.
It fucking rules.
Where there are the corpses, the decayed corpses from all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they go to the dilapidated bathroom, and Xavier is like, oh, okay, it's time for me to cut the skin out the back of my neck.
He's like, Amanda and Daniel are just like staring at him in horror while the camera like freaks out. He's like,
right, and as soon as he like triumphantly lifts like the fucking strip of flesh that was on the back of his neck, then Daniel jumps up and is like, and just slits his throat with the hacksaw.
Oh yeah, he fucking gets them.
Yeah, he gets them. Is this when we find out that this entire thing has been on a time delay?
Yeah, it's around here. We get a little bit.
I love this. So what happens is that Matthews goes full police brutality on John and is like, hey, tell me where my fucking son is, you piece of shit, and forces the address out of him. They get there, and the house looks like the corpses are a couple of days old, and they realize, oh, fuck, that entire video was on a time delay.
Yeah.
And I fucking love this shit.
It's so good.
Like, anytime something is presented as real time, but then like, wait, this is on a delay. Oh, fuck. Like, I love that shit so much.
It's pretty good. I think the ending twist of this movie is the best part about it. I love the twist endings of the Saw movies. Because that's
so
like...
Do you want to... my notes on this are... I feel like I was a little bit foggy on this yesterday, and my notes are kind of sparse, so if you want to take us through the end here...
Yeah, I have a pretty, like decent memory of this, I think. So we get some stuff between John and Donnie. I think... one important thing to note is that in the first movie, it's like, oh, he's Jigsaw because he has, cancer and people don't appreciate his life. In this movie, they add another bit onto that, which is that he's Jigsaw because he had cancer and people didn't appreciate his life, and because he tried to drive off a cliff but survived. And keep that in mind, because every single one of these Saw movies adds another reason why John Kramer became Jigsaw, and eventually we get up to
He's
having...
like the Joker. You
Yeah.
want to know how I got this cancer?
Genuinely. Like, by the end of the series, there are like 9 discrete incidents that made him, quote, become Jigsaw. So it's a lot, but Donnie beats the address out of Tobin Bell. He's like, okay, but I gotta go with you, I have to show you where it is. Take me with you. And so they do. And as they are like driving out, there's a SWAT team invading the house where the video signal's coming from. The SWAT team realizes it's pre-recorded and it's just being broadcast from an identical empty house, which the series actually does try to address later. It comes up with a canon reason why the
Oh
two
my!
houses look exactly the same.
This entire movie franchise feels like fucking Star Wars, because like the entire purpose of everything that comes after this second movie feels like it is dedicated to answering questions that you did not want answered.
Absolutely,
like
100%.
I don't need to know. I did not need to see like why. I did not need to see Han Solo doing that legendary smuggler's run. Just in the same way that I don't need to see like how Jigsaw set this fucking house.
You are
up.
going to see all of it and more, my friend. This series is obsessed with retconning itself, flashing back in time, flashing back inside of flashbacks, introducing old characters into old scenes for no reason whatsoever. The narrative stuff in this franchise gets really goofy, but they go, and there are two identical houses. The SWAT team realizes that the test took place like a week ago or something like that, and it's just been being broadcast from here. Donnie goes into the actual fucked up house, and like you said, he sees all the old corpses. He goes down into the basement where we saw Danny and Amanda go into. He sees Xavier's corpse, and by this point, we get the cool music. We get Hello Zepp playing, where it's like da-da-da, 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 like just the best. Just when the intro of that music starts, where it's like the bells, like goes da duh, like you know some shit is about to go down in these movies. Like it is
Right.
it is like the stand up and clap in the theater part of these.
It's the Saw equivalent of when in Hero Academia when you say Run starts playing.
Yeah, it's like when you hear L's theme in Death Note, essentially.
It's like yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get like fucking Donnie walks into the room and you hear how does the fucking L theme go?
It has like it's like I can't describe it, but it's got like that piano, and it goes up and down. You know.
Yeah,
I know that's very specific.
It's the fucking.
It really
Love
is
that
though.
shit
It really
so
is though. Like when that hits, you know that somebody is about to deduce something, or there's going to be a huge twist ending. And the twist ending in this is that the entire trial.
I do genuinely think it would be really funny if the fucking like if Donnie like opens the door and finds Xavier's corpse playing in the fucking Hero Academia. That like and that's more F-Zero than Hero Academia, but whatever.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah.
It all comes together from a tape from Amanda where it turns out that Donnie Wahlberg was the one being tested the entire time. And literally all he had to do was stay in the house and talk to Jigsaw, and at 2 hours, a safe in Jigsaw's apartment unlocks to reveal that his son is just inside of it. And so he has failed the test by not being able to sit and talk to Jigsaw for 2 hours. And Amanda appears. It turns out that she is Jigsaw's apprentice. She's wearing like the pig mask, which you fucking love to see. It's so cool. And she does the whole thing, and she traps him in the bathroom. And then there's like a 5-minute flashback sequence making sure you remember everything that happened in this movie, so you like understand what the twist is, which is one of my favorite parts about these films, is that they never trust the audience to understand the twist. So every time a twist happens, they spend anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes like recapping all of the imagery and moments that construct the twist, and it's fucking great. It's so good. Amanda has Donnie Wahlberg in the bathroom. He's chained up now, and she is standing in the light. It's all green and fucked up, and you see her in her cool like shoulderless top. And she says "game over," which is the line you love to hear, and closes the bathroom on Donnie Wahlberg. And that is that's pretty much the end of the movie.
That's the end of Saw 2. So on a scale of 0 to 5 hypodermic needle pits, how many hypodermic needle pits are you going to give Saw 2? I need to pop over into Letterboxd also.
Yeah, I give this one the 2 out of 5. Like, it's not the most miserable movie I've ever seen, and I think having watched the franchise makes a lot of the Amanda and Jigsaw stuff more entertaining, but so much of it is just kind of like boring to watch, you know, and just not great. So I think a solid 2 hypodermic needle pits for me on this one.
I'm going a little bit higher than that. I think I'm gonna go all the way up to a 2.5. Just because there were so many things in this movie that made me laugh really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like, this does definitely feel like me, like, fucking doing tables. This is like fucking Game of Thrones AV Club review voice. This is really some table setting that they're doing for the upcoming Saw movies. But like, I do feel like you said that this is me eating my vegetables before I can have my dessert that is the rest of these movies.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's not horrible, but I don't think it's as good as any of the other ones. And some people really like it, but I'm not one of them. So
yeah. We have got a question, I believe. One moment, let me pull that up. Oh, do you know anything? Do you know anything about Homestuck?
Yeah, I've read like
okay
3/4 of Homestuck. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Okay, so you'll understand this question: is the editing in this movie akin to the Homestuck concept of circumstantial simultaneity?
I don't know what that means.
That's definitely a thing that you would have seen. Like, it's the here. I'll send you an image of like what this is referring to. Like, do you remember the tumor?
God, it's been so long. Sort of, where there's like the big bomb or something. Yeah.
This
okay,
thing, yeah. This is circumstantial simultaneity is explicitly not described in the conclusion drawn by Doc Scratch is it's not fully comprehensible to a mortal mind, and the length I will go to explain it to you will not extend beyond this sentence.
Yeah. Do you remember in Homestuck where they used Hello Zep in one of the flashes, and there were like Jigsaw references and shit like that?
I do.
Yeah.
That song was a Homestuck song to me before it was a Saw song.
Yeah, it's such a good song though. Like, if you wanna like talk about the legitimate best part of any of these movies, like culturally, I think it's that song. It's like, oh, it's so good. I went to go see Spiral in the theater, and I'd been watching it, and it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was watchable, But it got to the end, and that music started playing, and I was like, oh shit, like here it comes. So it does a really good job at being what it is. But yeah, I would say this movie is kind of Homestuck. They're stuck in a home. And
exactly.
There are 2 different timelines, so
exactly one of them is doomed.
Yeah, there's a gay puppet there,
Yeah. That question was from Jasmine Marsh at Pidmon. Is the editing in this movie? I already asked that question. God, what do you think of the YouTube channels that are like, yeah, I could solve that trap / survive that car crash, no problem?
I mean, I don't want to like posture on this podcast or anything, but I do think there are some in this.
You're built different. Simply, you are built different.
I think there are like a couple in this movie and these movies in general that I would be able to do without too much problem, right? Like, I feel like the thing at the beginning of this with the eyeball and the key, if I was in that situation, I would probably be able to do that to myself, right?
Absolutely, no way. I fucking die in that 100% of the time.
I think I'd be able to do it, and I think
I can't do contact lenses because I can't get that close to my eye. And you think I'm gonna cut my damn eye out?
I mean,
no
if the alternative is getting my head smashed, like sure.
But the thing is that like fucking, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Like, I do not know how hard it is. I do not know how to impress on you how difficult it is to inflict a nigh mortal wound upon yourself.
Well, yeah, but who can say? We haven't been put in these situations. Hopefully we won't, but like,
yeah, hopefully I never put in that situation.
Yeah, I think we're good, but wouldn't it be fucked up if I don't know. I think some of it is definitely people overblowing it a bit, but I think in some situations I would be willing to do this kind of thing. In other traps from this franchise, absolutely not. So,
The jar of acid one, I would probably not get through that.
Yeah,
one.
that one's kind of fucked up,
I mean, setting aside the fact that one was an inescapable trap, like.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in September. Put a pin in that one.
Nevi Sticks at Nickel Wolf. Which iconic horror mascot character would you start a Twitter for, and what would your gimmick be for said account? My account would be Cruising Freddy, the Freddy who's on Grindr.
Okay,
Freddy Krueger on Grindr.
We both went a similar place. I was going to say Woke Freddy would be my thing, where like he respects women now.
Actually, let me change that. Woke Freddy, I like. Let me diversify the portfolio. Cruising Jason.
Cruising Jason's pretty good. I do like that quite a bit. I think Jason, he's the strong silent type that gets a lot of play. He's big, he's
Yeah.
bulky, he's mysterious. What more do you want from a man?
Right. Yeah. Rockin' Robin at Diplobrochus asks, "Have you had your tetanus boosters?" I think I have.
Fuck, probably, yeah. I think so.
Imagine the fucking mortal horror that you would have of surviving a jigsaw trap and then dying because the knife was not sterile and you didn't have your tetanus booster.
That would be fucked up. That would be so fucked up. I know in the video games they make you walk around in bare feet so you step on like broken glass and shit like that. But I'd like to think that Jigsaw's like, okay, I'm gonna put them in this fucked up murder house, Amanda, but well, Obi's got him knocked out. Make sure you give them all their tetanus boosters. I don't want to be held liable for that. The insurance only covers so much of this operation.
Are you secretly the person behind Jigsaw quotes?
I fucking wish. I really do. It's such a good account. Like,
yeah.
I was talking.
Shouts out Jigsaw quotes recommendation for this week.
Yeah, Jigsaw quotes recommendation. I was talking to Anil about that last night, and we kind of thought that maybe that whole account was just like a long form advertising thing to promote Spiral, like a CIA psyop style Saw promo insertion into the timeline, But even if it was, that account is so fucking funny. Like I'm
told that was started by a couple of gay original a couple of gay posters.
Oh hell yeah.
And
yeah.
it got picked up as a thing.
Yeah, well, good for them because they have such a good grasp on what makes these movies so much fun to watch. Like the style of humor is perfect. But yeah, what are we talking about? What's next?
Next is gonna be recommendations. Do you have a recommendation ready, or do you need me to go first while you think one?
No, I actually have one. I was out walking around today and I learned that they released the first volume of Fist of the North Star in a new release over here. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll pick that up. And hey, it's good, folks. It's good manga. I know like kind of the most peripheral things about this franchise, right? Like I have an idea of what it's about and the style and sort of the inspiration and all that, but it as a hyper violent, extremely formative manga, I think it holds up. Like having been a JoJo.
Is Fist of the North Star actually that hyper violent? I did not realize that it was. Like...
I mean, I don't know if it's hyper violent by today's standards, but
right, it's not like a Berserk type level.
Yeah, there's not like that much in it, but at like the beginning, there's already people's heads exploding and people getting chopped in half hamburger style and that kind of thing.
I should read Fist of the North. I should read Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, you should. It's really cool. For me, being a JoJo fan like I have for so long, reading this and immediately seeing like the inspiration, like there's this panel pretty early on where Kenshiro is walking up the stairs to face his nemesis, and it's just like the Dio Polnareff panel, and then it cuts in closer to Ken's face, and it like cuts in again like super close, So I'm not saying it's like a direct influence, but you definitely see the lineage.
You can definitely see where the tributary sprang off from the river.
For sure.
My recommendation this week is going to be new fighting game, brand new, just out, Guilty Gear Strive. I've been playing a shitload of it, and it's really fucking good. If you are holding off because you do not think that, well, I mean, if you're holding off because of financial reasons, because it is a $60 game to throw money at sight unseen, I get it. Like, I'd recommend waiting for a sale because these things do go on sale pretty quickly normally. Like, I remember like Dragon Ball FighterZ was on sale for like 50% off a few months after sale. But if you're concerned with not getting into this game as being like, oh, I don't think I'm good at fighting games, like, Guilty Gear has one of the best tutorials that has ever existed, and if you have had the disservice of ever trying to learn how to play a fighting game by playing a Capcom game, which has the worst tutorials that I've ever fucking seen in a fighting game, they're getting better, but they are still really fucking bad. I really think that Guilty Gear is a great place to start. Like if you watch high level gameplay, it is very intimidating because of the complexity of it. But like there is a very steady ramp up of it. Like it is not like Street Fighter. I think throws you into the fucking deep end immediately in a way that Guilty Gear really eases you into, and I really like that. And I think it's good. And I think people should try to play fighting games. You don't need a fight stick to play fighting games. Also, you can play with a PS4. A DualShock controller. Sonic Fox plays with a DualShock. Like,
yeah.
Get into fighting games website.
Get into fighting games website. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
I think Get Into Fighting Games is actually like Wooly formerly from Super Best Friends Play. Like that's his
sure.
one of his slogans.
Nice.
So shouts out Guilty Gear Strive. It fucking rules. I fucking love Anji Mito, who's just a gay buff otter with a fucking who swings his fans around and does a gay little smile.
Like an actual otter or like a
Not
like
an
a
actual
classification
otter. Like
of otter.
I'm talking like class. Yeah, like he's like the. He like has the mannerisms and posture of a twink, but he is like far too buff to be one.
Sure.
Ryan, thank you so much for coming on this podcast again. It's an absolute delight every time you're on, and I'm really fucking excited for Soft 10.
Absolutely. I am so thrilled to dig into the meat of these movies with you. It is going to be a great time now that we've gotten Saw 2 out of the way.
Yeah. If you wanna, where can people find you? Plug your stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm on Twitter at CurseGoat, which serves as a de facto repository for all the shit I'm doing. I am on Letterboxd at SewerPeak, Peak. I do the podcast with Sylvie, which is Emoji Drome, where we talk about emoji every week, and we talk about a different emoji, roast them, compliment them, whatever the hell. We haven't recorded in a bit, but I think the most recent one at the time of this going up will be the T-Rex emoji, which was pretty fun. And then I also do the podcast formerly known as Borat Club, Subsequent Movie Podcast, with my friend Niall, where in the past we watched Borat every week for a calendar year, and currently we are going through a selected filmography of Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. We recently watched Leaving Las Vegas, which, spoiler alert for Leaving Las Vegas, ends with Nicolas Cage nutting so hard he dies. So shit movie, but great episode because we just could not stop cracking up over the way that movie ended. And I think that's about it. What else you got, Sarah?
So thank you for listening to Fearbaiting. We are at Fearbaiting on Twitter and patreon.com/Fearbaiting. $1 a month is basically a tip jar. $5 a month is your name read on the podcast. $10 a month you can make us watch a movie. Oh yeah, $5 a month also gets a message read. So send in your messages, folks. We haven't had any. And so thank you so much to Ducky Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Michael Kaiser, and Paul Bechtel. We love you all so much. We are also at Fearbaiting on Twitter, like I just said. Thank you to Noisepace.xyz for hosting this and so many other great podcasts. Some podcasts that I do, like Special Grade Snacks, which is a Jujutsu Kaisen watch-along podcast. The Wonder Years, which is an Animorphs podcast I do with my friends Blair and Seda. And Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a Leftism podcast I do, which just had a new episode for the first time in 3 months recently.
Oh, hell yeah.
We went to an infrequent schedule, and it became hard to, get things together for an episode. But you know what? We did it, and we're going to keep doing it. Shouts out also to Seda for doing our incredible intro-outro music. They make music as people you meet outside of bars. Head to gaygothvibes.online for more of that. Thank you to Blair, who is my regular editor for these episodes. Really appreciate it. He is on Twitter at Blair Kitsch. I'm on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA, and I believe that is everything. So until next time, I'm Sarah.
I'm Ryan.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up gay little puppet anywhere.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.